So I'm now going to look at the typical IELTS academic reading test paper pattern. Now first question you must ask yourself that why is it so important to know the pattern? Okay. Now see, if you know the pattern, the first thing you will understand that what are the challenges that you will face as a candidate while applying for this or attempting this paper. Now all of us are at a different level currently. I might be at a reading level 6, you might be at level 7, someone might be at level 5. Okay. The challenges, if we are able to identify them properly, it will give us a lot of time to work upon them. Now just challenges will not solve a problem. Based on the challenges we will identify, we will know exactly what are the skills we are lacking in and what are the strategies that we need to learn to crack these challenges. So a combination of skills and strategies will give us enough ground or enough preparation backup to probably tackle this sort of a paper. Fourth, and this is something people more often than not miss out on. Okay, so sometimes we are so engrossed in our preparation, we sort of miss out on very simple things about the test paper pattern. What might happen due to this? You might be up for a surprise on the day of exam. Now that is a dangerous situation to be in. Imagine you are opening a paper, you suddenly realize that there is something you never were aware about, and now you are seeing it for the first time. This might put you in an anxious situation. Now it is never a good idea to be nervous or to be anxious on the day of the exam. That might probably affect your performance or reduce it by 10-15%. So we definitely don't want to keep any page unturned. We want to be prepared for all possible surprises that might come in an actual test paper in the exam. All right. So with these four things in mind, let us go on and find out what an IELTS academic paper pattern consists of. I will, for simplicity's sake, make a representation of the test paper here. Now assume that this is your test paper. Some of you might be aware that it is divided into three sections. Section 1, Section 2, Section 3. And you are given 1 hour to probably attempt 40 questions. Now, it can be assumed that somewhere around these 40 questions are distributed in these three sections. So let us say this is the distribution. One simple idea that might come to your mind here is that, okay, 40 questions, 1 hour, what's the big deal? I'll probably having more than a minute to solve a question, so not a big deal. Okay, but let me tell you, what lies in these sections is what really takes time. So what is within these sections? This section is going to have a passage, so is section 2 and section 3, and these passages are long passages. These are approximate figures, these are not exact numbers, but if you total them out, you might be looking at more than 2,500 words of reading to be done in that 1 hour. So now that 1 hour is actually 2,500 words of reading, understanding what you have read, and then solving 40 questions out of it. This is where the paper becomes a challenging paper. Since you are an academic student, you can expect these passages are not going to be extremely simple. They are going to test your possibility of surviving in a foreign country, which is a natively English speaking country, in an academic atmosphere. All right. So let us deep dive into these pattern. Let us go a little deeper into the exam pattern and see what kind of insights we can figure out and how we can basically chart out an exact mechanism of tackling these challenges.